Hi, it's Linda, and I haven't done a video in a while because to the season to be very busy, but doing busy things that I really love. Today is my wedding anniversary, and so my husband's going to take me somewhere special tonight when he gets off work, so I'm all ready for him. So I'm trying not to eat anything else except 0 points right now so I can have a really good dinner tonight. So I decided I'm going to go ahead and put this cookie recipe together that I've been planning. It's a peppermint bark chocolate cookie, 1 Weight Watcher Blue Point each. And so here's the ingredients that's going to go into it, and then I'll break it down. You'll see the recipe at the bottom of the video under the description, like all my recipes, all my cooking videos, and you'll just click on that little upside down V, it'll expand it, and you'll be able to see the full recipe. All of my recipes are in Weight Watchers Blue Points because I'm on the blue team. That's what I made my lifetime goal with, 80 pounds a year and a half ago almost now. So I'm just staying with it because it works for me. You can always look at the recipe and put it into your green points or into your purple points on your app. And I'm sure it's going to still be probably low points. So I'm going to be using regular flour, baking soda, light. I think this is, I can't believe it's not butter. I scanned everything until I get the lowest, and this light one is the lowest. Cinnamon, peppermint extract, chocolate, unsweetened cocoa, 2 eggs. It's going to be actually 2 egg whites. Greek non-fat yogurt, Swerve powdered sugar, confection powdered sugar replacement. This is, the only place I've been able to find this at is on Amazon, but it's worth it, I'm telling you, 0 points. And vanilla extract, and then you can get Sukron Gold brown sugar replacement. I get that also from Amazon. Or you can get the Swerve brown sugar replacement. They're both 0 points, and they're good. And then, of course, to put the bark on top, I've got 1 big peppermint bark stick, which I'm going to pound into little bites, or actually put in my food processor, I think, not quite sure, to sprinkle on top of the cookies. And so I'm going to put this all together, and I'll be right back with instructions. Okay, we're going to get started. I've kind of measured out some of the ingredients to help this go a little quicker. One of the things we need to do in order to make the peppermint sprinkles, peppermint bark, I have this 1 big stick. This is, and I'm just going to take it and I'm going to break it down a little bit. You can use a rolling pin and put it in a plastic bag and smash it down or whatever. And but I'm going to stick it in my food processor, and of course I am not going to turn it on while I'm doing this because it'll drive you nuts. And I'm going to chop it down a little bit finer, and then I'll be right back. Okay, here's how it looks with my food processor. It chopped them up really good. I like them pretty fine to go in recipes because you get the flavor of it, but you don't get too huge of pieces. There's a couple pieces I noticed that are still kind of big in here that I will chop down, but this is what it looks like for now. Okay, I got the peppermint bark stick all chopped up really fine to make a nice little peppermint bark that's going to go inside the cookies and on top of the cookies. And this makes it a really yummy Christmas dessert. If you don't like peppermint or peppermint bark, you can also use this recipe and just omit the peppermint extract and the peppermint bark, and you could add like M&Ms on top. There's like all kind of options you can do, but this is what we're doing right now. So what we're going to do, I preheated my oven to 350, and then I've lined a large sheet pan with parchment paper. So we're going to add the, right now it's, should put my glasses on, I'm going to use my food processor, or you can use a mixer. And so I'm going to add the light, I can't believe it's not butter, it's 1/3 cup. I think that's what it says here. I guess I should just put my glasses on so I don't steer you guys wrong. And even though I have my recipe there, you might say, well, you said in the recipe it was this, and I don't want to steer you wrong. So let's just go ahead and look here to make sure. And it is 1/3 cup of the margarine, the light. I can't believe it's not butter because I want to save every point I can. I'm going to put that in there, and along with the brown sugar, I'm going to mix it for 2 minutes. The brown sugar is 1/4 cup, and that's of the Sukron Gold, or you can use the Swerve. Either one, they're a sugar replacement, so they're only 0 points and they're really good. So I'm going to mix this together. Be right back. Okay, keeping it real, like the girls at WW say they like that I do. You know, I said I was going to use the food processor. I started to use it. I just love my food processor so much, so I'm so used to just using it all the time. But actually, because the ingredients are so small that I was trying to beat together, it was just spinning around. I took it out and I went ahead and put it in a mixer like it said. And it says to mix the brown sugar and the margarine together for like 2 minutes, which I've already done. Now I'm going to add a half a cup of unsweetened cocoa. And then I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of baking soda and 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. There's baking soda. Here's cinnamon. Okay. And then it says to mix this together. So I'll be right back. Okay, I have that all mixed together. Just beat it together lightly just to get it all mixed in. It doesn't have to be on long. Then we're going to add a cup and a half of all-purpose flour, not self-rising, all-purpose. And then I'm going to mix this together and I'll be right back. Okay, this is all mixed together. It's really thick. See how thick it is? So now what you want to do is we're going to take it and make little balls. I'm going to flour my hands because it is real sticky. And then we're going to take little balls and we're going to roll them into sifted powdered sugar. This is the powdered sugar replacement, Swerve, and I've already pre-sifted a bunch of it. It's supposed to be a 1/4 of a cup. And so it doesn't take very much. Just wanted to kind of show you, that's all. I'm sure you all know how to sift. And so if I need any more out of here, then I'll just come back and get it. Set this aside. And it's the Swerve Confection Sugar Replacement. Now I'm going to put this aside. Okay. And I'm going to try to spoon this into some little balls and cover them with some, roll them into the sugar. Now, flour my hands a little bit here so they don't stick. Take these little balls, just roll it around just a little bit in the powdered sugar, kind of dust them, and then we're just going to continue doing this on the sheet. And I'll be right back. Okay, I made 36 little round cookie balls. They're all like about 1 inch each. And so it says it makes 36 and I made it to fit 36. And each one are rolled in a little bit of the powdered sugar, the Confection Sugar Replacement Swerve. Anyway, it's going to go in the oven now at 350 for 7 minutes. Then I'm going to take it out and push them down just a little bit. You've got to remember they're hot. And then add a little bit of sprinkles of the peppermint on each one of them. It just came out of the oven after 7 minutes. So what I'm going to do right now, while they're a little soft, is gently push them down in the middle. And then after I push them all down, I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of the peppermint bark chips on it. So I'll be right back and show you what they look like. Okay, I have them flattened down. Now I'm going to take just a little scoop here, or you can use your fingers, but this is, should put my glasses on this, 1/4 teaspoon, and I'm just putting it right in the middle of the little indent on each one of these cookies. We have plenty of this, so, you know, go ahead and just, maybe I should have put a little more in the mix, but that's okay. If we have some left over, it's all right. They're only 1 point each, and I know they're small, but I mean, they're little round cookies, but I mean, gosh, 1 point each. These are going to be so yummy, and they might even be less than 1 point each because I'm not going to even use but half of the crushed up candy cane. So I'm going to continue doing this, and then I'm going to go back in the oven for 3 more minutes. I'm not sure if the little candy cane crumbles are going to melt in it really good. They probably are. I've used it for, but I'm just going to give it one little sprit on each one of this. I can't believe it's not butter, to kind of just make for sure that it goes, you know, kind of sinks down into the cookie. So I'll give it a little extra flavor too. Just one little spray on each cookie, and we'll see how this goes. It's going to go in the oven now, 3 minutes. Okay, they finished baking. They're like little thumbprint cookies, and I can't wait till they cool so I can try one. So I'll come back and show you, you know, after I've tried one, what I think of them, because I tweaked a couple of recipes that I found and made to make these. Also, while these were cooking, I went ahead and took this recipe and omitted left out the peppermint and left out the peppermint, the candy cane crunches, because my husband's not a peppermint fan. And so I'm mixing up another batch of these, and I put some, you know, the vanilla in it, and an extra egg, and then some a quarter of a cup of sugar replacement, kind of sweeten it up a little bit. And then I'm going to drop them in little balls after I roll those in the Confection powdered sugar replacement, and then I'm going to put a few of the little M&Ms on it that he likes, and they still shouldn't be over 1 point. So I'll let you know how that one turns out too. Okay, what I ended up doing to make for sure that the little crumbles don't fall off while it was hot also, I took the back of a spoon, or actually just cleaned my hand real good, and just pushed down on each one of the cookie thumbprint parts, just to make sure that the peppermint sprinkles, the peppermint bark is, you know, stays on there. So anyway, I'm gonna try it. I'll let you know. So good. I need a cup of coffee now. Enjoy. Well, I just sampled it. So good. Really need a cup of coffee though with it. Anything chocolate, you know, I'd say milk, but that's kind of high in points, but I love coffee, so I would have this with coffee. Anyway, if you like my recipes, please share my channel with others so I can help other people. I don't have enough subscribers to make money off of it, which is okay. I'm doing this as my hobby now that I'm retired. It helps me keep off my weight, and I have so many people saying, more recipes, Linda, more recipes. So it encourages me. Please share this with other people, and so that it may bless them also. You have a wonderful and Merry Christmas, and God bless you all. I might show you how the M&M one turns out at the end of this video. We'll see. If not, enjoy. Okay, I said I would add, if I decided to go ahead and do some M&M cookies out of this chocolate fudge recipe, cookie recipe, that I would add it. So I'm just going to add this little addendum to this, however you call it. Anyway, it's the same recipe. The only difference is I didn't include the peppermint extract or the peppermint. I added a whole egg. I added a half a cup of the sugar granulated Swerve replacement, and it made it a little bit flatter, so I had to like spoon it on instead of rolling it. Then I sprinkled with my sifter the Confection sugar replacement Swerve, and I've cooked them now for 8 minutes. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 2 M&Ms on each one. One package of M&Ms, I just scanned it, is 12 points. There's 58 in this one here. So there's 30 of these. So I'm saying probably about 2 each. I'm going to add on top of each one and just flatten it down. Then I'm going to put these back in the oven and cook them, and then I'll let you know how they turn out. Okay, I'm getting ready to put these in the oven for 3 more minutes. These are the chocolate M&Ms, not the peanut, just the plain. And doing 2 each just didn't seem to look right, so I did 3 each. I had an extra bag, so I'll calculate the points and see if it's any different. If it is, they're only 1 point, maybe they're 2, it'd be worth it. Anyway, I'll let you know. Bye. Okay, looks like my little experiment, taking the chocolate cookie recipe that I used for the peppermint cookies, and instead of doing the peppermint, I added M&Ms They turned out really good. I put them in the recipe builder. They're only 1 point each, and that's with 3 M&Ms on each one. So that's not bad. I just chilled this one. So good. Look it up, my husband. Very good. It's a keeper. I'll post this one too.